Hey, welcome back to our channel. It's Kai and
Candi.
Candi. And today we want to talk to you guys about maternal envy. I know it's like a strange, not a common word to hear because even for us, when we heard it, it was kind of like a bell went off. And I was like, this is something that we should really talk about.
Yeah, we actually heard it watching, I believe Dr. Phil, we were watching it. And it was like a daughter and a mom, and she said her mom was the epitome of maternal envy.
Right.
And it clicked to me because it was like that phrase was basically something that I had been trying to describe to Kai and other people for years.
Right.
And when I heard the phrase, it just clicked. So we wanted to talk about it. We know that we have our own personal issues and things like that, and with our moms and just mothering in general. And we do feel that in a way it ties back to a relationship being with another woman. So I like how I start.
Specifically enough, I'm pretty sure in other communities, but in our community specifically, we have a problem with black women comparing themselves to their daughters. And I don't know if they do it intentionally or if they realize it or what. I know for me personally, I could remember growing up, maybe being about 12 years old, and you just starting to have curves. And me and my mother were like the same size and clothes. So my friends would come over and they would say, hey, I really like your pants to my mother. And she would say, oh, they're hers, but they look better on me than they do on her. Mm-hmm. And at that point, I didn't realize what maternal envy is. But now looking back at the age that I am now and just seeing how the world is evolving, it really made me aware that that was something that was going on a very long time ago. It was something that transpired even further into my adulthood. But, now that I look back, this is something that has been going on for a very long time. And I feel like it's sad because we want young girls to value themselves and to appreciate who they are. But as mothers, we are tearing them down very early on.
Yeah. In my experience with maternal envy, I kind of felt like in a way, my mom had me really, really young. She was like 19 when she had me. So a lot of the things that I've been able to experience, milestones in life, as you know, I don't have any biological children. At this point, my mom was already a mom. And I think that in ways of when I would be able to live life a little bit more freely, it would kind of cause a comparison contest. Well, I would be doing this, or by this age I had that, and I was already, here. And it can kind of make you feel like you're behind, which sucks because the number one person that you feel like is supposed to give you that type of motivation and that type of love, no matter what space you are in life, is your mom. And it's so hard for me because I felt like, and personally, I would deal with my mom in a lot of more so like verbal abuse and like commanding type of attention things. And, it's no secret that Kai is 16 years older than me. So sometimes when I want to allow Kai to take lead and I want her to, help me, I can read it as she wants to control me or she wants to boss me, and it feels like another maternal figure, which would have been, when I think back on it, would have been fine had I had a better connection and relationship growing up with my maternal figure. But because it was one of such a tumultuous relationship, it just immediately puts me on a guard, and it can cause a lot of arguments between us.
Yeah, but I think for me, I try to explain things, because anything that I ask her or to do, or anything that I might say, well, I don't feel like it's a good idea. I always explain why.
Right.
It's never coming from a controlling place, and I think because of the age difference, sometimes, it do come to that. You are gonna have those clashes where, you might feel like, hey, look, you older, so whatever you telling me, I feel like you're trying to be my mother. But sometimes, being honest, she's so bossy. I'm like, you're not gonna be my mother, So it's crazy, but your mind will play tricks on you, and you just have to understand the person that you are with, and just understand that they want what's best for you, and not trying to tell you what to do and XYZ, because at the end of the day, we are all people, and regardless of what anybody tells you, if you are the kind of people like we are, you're still going to do what you want to do anyway. So,
and these are issues that you have to work on, specifically if you are in a relationship with another woman, because this is another woman that loves in the same sense or similar sense to what a mom should be loving in. Like, this is going to be your partner, your communicator, your supporter, your everything. So if you have kind of issues with women, it won't stop at just your mate. Those issues will come up again and again and again. And I think that it's even way more prevalent than if you were in a man and female relationship, because those issues won't come up as much.
Right.
But you do definitely want to deal with it. Ways that I feel like I've been dealing with it is first acknowledging it, acknowledging that it wasn't normal behavior. Especially in the Black community, we acknowledge our moms treating us a certain type of way over her sons, being in competition with her daughters, but supporting and uplifting her sons or any males in the life. And we just kind of say that, it's going to make us strong, and this is what we're supposed to do and what we're supposed to accept. But it's not cool, it's not okay, and it's not the wave at all.
And we really have to just build those bonds as women. As a whole, we have to build those bonds back up, because, we are the only ones that can support each other and that can understand what we go through in this world. And as long as we are tearing each other down, we cannot be united. So we just have to support each other and just be there for each other, especially your friends. I feel like friendships should be valued more than they do. And this is like the number one problem in the Black community. But, also I'm sure other communities. I'm not, I don't have those relationships, so I can't really speak for them. But, I just feel like the number one thing in our Black community is that sisterhood is just missing. When we grew up, like I told her, when we grew up, my friends can attest to this. If we were going out to the club or partying somewhere, we might have had friends who were less fortunate. We didn't allow them to go out looking crazy. We brought them in our house. We did their hair. We gave them clothes and shoes. Everybody's going to look nice together. And that's what sisterhood is about. And somehow we lost that. So we really need to pull that back together in order to have, to be whole as a one, and also to unite and just be sisters and help each other.
Exactly. So that's pretty much all that I had to say about it. I want to really know, and very curious to know, has anyone else seen this? Are you dealing with this, or do you know somebody who has been dealing with maternal envy? And how do you deal? Like, how are you really dealing? And if you are a mother of daughters, how do you plan to break that cycle? Because that's super important as well.
Yes, and maybe one day we will get on here and be more specific about certain things and issues, but it's a very long story, so tune in.
Absolutely. So stay tuned, stay subscribed to the channel. We thank y'all so much for your support. We see that we're almost at 1,000 subscribers, which is honestly unbelievable.
I know,
we're so happy.
Yes.
That y'all just love us and think that we're dope, and we're going to continue to create more content for y'all, so continue to stay watching. Thank you again for watching. And we're out. Bye.